Bortle here at YCS Portland with Recreation. What's up? Recreation, yeah. What's up, man? Okay, introduce yourself. What you do today, man?
Ezequiel Carranza, top 8, YCS Portland.
Portland. That's what's up. What
Yes.
that?
Pure Endymions with Guardragon combo.
Pendulums. My goodness, that's a nice switch there.
Yes,
Wow, already spicy. You want to show us the goo, man?
of course. One of my favorite cards in the deck, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to explain it, but I mean it's self-explanatory. It's a trap on their turn, and it summons from extra deck. The thing about the Endymions I like the most, because did go pure, was because I didn't rely on my pen summon. Every other deck relies on their pen summon for pendulums. Mine didn't. I can literally normal summon Dark Worm, and that's enough for the whole Guard Dragon combo. I don't have to pen summon. 3 servants, of course, and 3 big daddies. It's my favorite card. He's amazing. Almost won me top 8, but it wasn't enough, I guess.
Is there a reason why a lot of people don't want to use one of those?
I did go pure, so I want searches for my search card, and plus I went 3 allures, which you see later, so I needed dark target, so I went more of a draw heavy thing. None of that void thing, but definitely draw heavy. Of course, another very good card, Dark Worms. You got to see them. There's ways to get them out. If you don't see them in the end of the day, you just get them off of Electromite, so you always have them. And it makes a +1 anyway, so it's really good for low scales, which usually is the combo starter. Other dragons are going to be the Shrudo and Aether. Aether has been amazing. A lot of people like the Sloth or whatever. Sloth doesn't do anything, just beat over it right again, so it doesn't matter. Unless they have one monster, then it didn't really matter. This Shrudo is amazing. Like, I'll show you my synchro targets and why I really like them. Playing a new combo. My only other really good important card, I guess, is Jackal, only 2. I brought him down to 2 because I didn't like Cerberus. He's a level 8. It's a light, and with your Endymion cards, you don't want him stuck in scale. So I have different combo starters that's much better than Cerberus, so I went with the 2 Jackals. I didn't need 3 of them. It was good enough at 2. I don't want too many big guys, and his scale is weird. Extenders, you get the Chronograph and Time Gazer. Time Gazer has been amazing. Some people know about the Ghost Ogre, some people don't. And if they don't, it doesn't really matter. I'm summoning Jackal anyway, so you have no chance to Ghost Ogre ever in my turn if I see Chrono with Servant at 3. So here goes a little bit of spice, I guess. 3 Abyss actors. First, they're dark. They're level 4, so they're normal summonable. They summon themselves, so it's another combo extender. So if I have no spells or my Sent to Grave cards, Abyss Actor just normals itself, and it's a high skill. Other than Endymion and Gate 0, it can summon everything else in my deck. I'm playing the 1 Abductor. The 1 Abductor is very important. I really like him because I did go the Terraforming route, and I'll show you those cards later. It's been really amazing with Terraforming. This becomes a 1-card scale with the Citadel. So sending off Electromite, then adding him back, drawing a card. If it's not a high scale, or if I'm missing something else, this will get it off of the Citadel. So yeah, I was playing 2, but it's not a dark, so I went back to 3 Abductors and 1 of these. Keep it at 40. Spell cards, of course, the best searcher, one of the best cards in the game. I freaking love this. Going turn 2, or my second turn, after I activate one of them, and then I still have one of my skills. I usually end up with my skills anyways, or Magister on the field. This would just add 2 counters. So this is a 1-card Abductor search, 1-card Servant summon, 1-card Magister summon. So it's really broken. Of course, I love seeing this or Servant first. Like, either one of them, I'd be able to get my whole combo off. Of course, one of the best extenders for us, or starter cards for us, would be this Servant or this, and Spell Power Mastery is pretty much game. Like, I can make some really big boards, which I'll show you. I guess I'll show you about later after I show you my extra deck. Draw cards now, of course. 3 Desires. It doesn't matter. You have 3 of everything, 3 of a lot of stuff in your deck. Only thing matters if you have Jackal, which usually doesn't really get banished. Amazingly enough, it doesn't get banished enough, which I'm lucky at. 3 Allure of Darkness, bunch of dark targets, and the 1 Upstart for, I guess, is a placeholder card. As I read from Johnny Lee's profile, it's really good just to give me another counter. And then if I already like have everything I need, I would pen summon and then give counters to Jackal if I don't open him with Servants. Then one of my favorite things that I went to was the Terraforming route. Like I said, I went Magical Citadel, and I'm maining the Secret Village. In my deck, after a lot of testing, I'm talking about like all over Orlando testing. You can ask anyone. We played a lot of, played it out and everything at the top, even in locals. Terraforming is the only card in my deck that guarantees me another spell. Aside from my Searcher, which usually is done first, this would guarantee me another spell no matter what. So this is why I went the Terraformer out. The only thing I cannot negate in this current format is Super Poly. So Secret Village fixes all that. Usually it's supposed to be free against Strike Trigger, but I did lose against them. So with Secret Village in the new format, it's going to be even more broken because of the fact that people are going to play that other spell card. So that's just another reason why to play Secret Village. I love them. And this with Endymion and the counter usually is enough. So that's the main deck, 40 cards.
So you didn't like Into the Void for that reason?
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I didn't like the Into the Void. And plus, we have enough draw cards as it is. I don't want all my spells. And I like hand advantage. So going into turn 2, you have a nice good hand advantage. My extra deck, of course, Big Daddy himself, Electromite. I wish he was at 2 only because, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I only use him turn 1 anyways. Turn 2, I OTK, which I'll show is the B-Cop, which is supposed to be Lambia, but I guess B-Cop was fun enough. So Electromite was amazing. A lot of times I didn't think, you can tell the body language of the opponent whether this is going to get hurt or not, in which case it didn't really matter if it got hurt or not, so I just went ahead and used the effect, minus a Veiler or minus something, or usually have the Jackal anyway, so he usually always resolve. I think I only missed him like 3 times in the tournament, I think, from resolving, so it's pretty broken. Of course, the Guardragon combo, LP, Traverse, Agripane, and Heroic Seal. Yeah, self-explanatory, these cards are broken. I never summon this on top of Vortex because Vortex is a standstill unit and he's not moving, so I usually summon on the other side, making it weird for them to use the other zone, which some people are used to playing around, others don't. The one Vortex, which is my only target that I really want to use them for, to OTK, because some people they summon Bortle Sword or Borload during the OTK process. You summon this, bounce a card, and then out of the Guardragons you make the Bortle Sword or Borload, whatever you need, because it's a negate and you can still do your rank 4. Like, I don't know why other people don't play that way, but I just find it weird. B-Cop, and of course, turn 2, I summon the Shooter back, make B-Cop with any other monster, pen summon for 2, and go straight into Bortle Sword or Borload Dragon. I did make a mistake in top 16 where I summoned this by using my Danko over a Salamangreat, and I was game pretty much, but it had Super Poly set. I should have just, since I had Vortex, used my Jackal. Which was enough, and that was going turn 2. But it's okay. I beat him anyways. Game 3, I blew him out. I made my best board. So these are the OTK portion of the deck, and then of course Phoenix. Phoenix is broken against Salamangreat. You literally free draw. Boro Savage, which is part of my turn 1 combo. Dragster and Arcanite. I like Arcanite mainly because I am playing the Jackal. Jackal usually ends up with a bunch of tokens, a bunch of counters anyways, and there's not once per turn. So even if I went to battle phase, I just main phase 2, summon the Destrudo, pop the rest of their board, and go from there. So it's a good, if I don't end up killing them, it's a good, comeback card. I don't know if I'm going to change it. I really like it. My rank 4s is Abyss Dweller and Tornado. This really never came up, but it's a good placeholder just in case. There was a lot of Rogue, and I played against a lot of Rogue. Abyss Dweller, one of the things that, and I tell Josh this all the time, every time I see him, I always base my this card and then my side deck Danko off of Josh, because he always told me the best deck is one that is not hindered by summoning Danko, so you can use your normal summon, it's not going to hinder you from doing your combo, and can summon Abyss Dweller at any time during any type of combo, which happens a lot. And it's true, a lot of things need stuff engraved. So I thank Josh for that. Side deck. Very quickly, the Necro Valley. This has won me games alone as well. Either side out, the Citadel, or Swakar, depending on matchup. 2 twins, obviously, for just getting rid of anti-spell. I didn't get to see one, so I'm okay. 3 Dankos. Card's broken. She's still in the format. And then one of my 3 favorite sides, or my 2 favorite sides, is No Material and Impermanence. This is my usual side versus everything. Orcus, Thunder. I just side this. This is all you need. It's all I have 40 cards in my deck, so I'm not gonna and I have a bunch of draw power, so I can negate Colossus if I need to. But this usually stops all their combos. If it doesn't, then their board isn't big enough for me to not OTK them with 4 cards in hand. So this is usually enough. And then lastly, Red Reboot, 2 of them, and then Unending Nightmare. This was 3 Unending Nightmares. I switched down to Red Reboots because of how many chapsticks there were in my locals, and it has been coming more and more as I see the other streams. So I went back to 2 Red Reboots, and it's been amazing. It's all I really needed. And then of course, Unending Nightmares is game against the mirror, unless they're playing Pancot, which I can just negate too.
Shoutouts, man.
I lost my phone. I actually have a small list. I definitely want to shout out, PPG, of course, Pro Play Games. I felt like I was the only one here in the whole entire tournament wearing this stuff, but it's okay. It was my locals, my first time locals. And Banana Sessions, my little group from Daytona, from Fort Lauderdale, where we just hang out. I really got into card games because of them, and they helped me through everything. Giovanni, Cliff for bringing me the ride, Mike Sanders, my roommate, Natalia, one of my best friends, Austin, of course. Josh, the head judge, my family, who was always supportive with me. We don't really have a lot of best friends, but our family is work for us. I use my days off very wisely. Came down here to Portland, which I wasn't supposed to. And then of course, cool stuff, locals for playing it out. Always, guys. Thank you so much for the practice. That's it.
Sweet. Congrats on your top 8 in UCS,
yes.
man. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I can't shout everyone out.
That's all good. And make sure to hit up Ramping Nation's YouTube channel. Yeah.
Floral's YouTube channel.
There you go. With Bortle out.